Hey everyone, welcome to Namaste 420. Really happy to be back here. As everyone knows, last week was our first pilot. Just to share with everyone, I've been blown away this whole week by the reviews, the feedback we've received. I never expected anything like this. I thought it would be really neat to get going on all of that. You know, sending around 3 links last week, 20 minutes into the program, into the show, we had over 60 people. And here we are a week later with over 2,100 views coming in on the video. And again, the feedback's just been amazing. So thank you very much to everyone for that. It's really encouraging. And hopefully you guys all enjoy the show this week. Again, nothing's scripted, nothing's really planned. Everybody's seen a couple of releases over the last week. So obviously you kind of know the direction we're going in. A big thank you to last week with the reviews, the feedback we got. We said we'd be giving away a PAX. So we wanted to say congratulations to Alicia in Toronto. She gave that awesome feedback on putting a scheduler on the site, a little bit of the idea of the newsletter or the email alert that everybody should have received. So I hope everybody got that, enjoyed it. Again, thank you very much, Alicia in Toronto. The Black Packs, I believe, has already been shipped out to you. So it'll make for a great Christmas present. And going into this show, we were thinking about, you know, it's our second show. So this week we decided, hey, let's give away 2 units. And we'd like to give away. Matt over there has been a supporter of Namaste from day one. He's actually a shareholder. He invested in us when he saw what we were doing. So we'd love to give him a shout out this week. Awesome job, Matt. Keep it up. And like I said, we'll be giving away 2 of those. So really, any feedback you could give that's valuable. We literally read every single one. I think everybody saw, whoever left a comment on YouTube. I made sure to go in, respond. So again, if we don't get a chance to answer all the questions, or if you have any other questions after watching the show again, please feel free to put them there. Yeah, I can't guarantee responses in an hour, but you will get a response. So this week, we wanted to change it up just a little bit. So I think everybody saw the release on Cannabis and Namaste MD. So that actually went live yesterday. We were really, really excited about that press release that came out. So far, it's been amazing. We've had over 200 plus people without even advertising, without anything going on. And Cannabis with the powering of their staffing with the doctors and nurse practitioners, as well as Chad from our team, Namaste Technologies, and leading it with his team. It's just amazing to see the flow going back and forth. Hey, there's a little problem here. Boom, we fix it. We see reviews on Stockhouse where some investors went, hey, let's tweak it. So believe me, this team has not slept for the last 3 days. They've been working around the clock to make sure that once we go ahead and we push everything live in the App Store and the Google Play Store and everything's full on and we actually make the announcement that everything's been released, we want this working perfectly. And I think everybody would appreciate how revolutionary this technology is. We want to get it right from the start. So right now, a lot of people are coming, we're testing, and I think something really important to note from the feedback that I've been seeing is this is free. I don't think anybody's even pointed that out yet. The first option is free. So come check out the software, give us some feedback, and the special part about today's show, it's going to be the first time ever on Namaste 420, where we're actually going to have a special guest, and that is co-founder and CEO of Cannabis, Morgan Toombs. So thank you very much, Morgan, for coming on our show today.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
Great, thank you.
So yeah, I just wanted to share about our experience with Cannabis and working in tandem with you guys, and it's been fantastic so far. as you were saying, as it's been through the beta phase, there's been, of course, some little hiccups. That's natural and to be expected. And it's really fun to work them out in real time. And your team is exceptional. Chad and his crew are on it, and it's awesome to be so supported to deliver these telemedicine consultations to patients right across Canada. And so I'm excited about the ramp up of it. I'm excited to meet more of your awesome patients and to give Canadians this opportunity to connect to marijuana, medical marijuana, through practitioners, licensed practitioners in regions of Canada where it can be really challenging to find access. So I think what you guys are doing is amazing, Sean, and really good stuff.
Thanks, Morgan. As you know, your team's been blowing us away. You guys are amazing, and we feel so blessed. It's, you know, we started with naming the company Namaste, and it just, you know, the energy behind it and how we've had the chance to meet you. We really love this relationship. I know we've went back and forth in emails, conversations, countless hours have gone into this. But like you said, we're really reshaping the whole process and making it unbelievable for customers and clients. And you know, we could keep going on about this, but it's just amazing, and I'm so excited to what we're going to build. You know, already in 3 days, what we've built with you, and it's just unbelievable. And I can't wait till all our shareholders and everyone experiences what we've put together with you.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for being our first guest ever on the show, and you know, it was really great having you, and we look forward to the continued growth.
Likewise. Bye.
Thanks, Morgan. So yeah, so I think the next release that you guys might have seen was last week, and we were just so excited with this release yesterday that we really wanted to bring Morgan on the show and share that with everyone. For last week, we went ahead and reported our sales numbers, and you know, we reported about 2.2, which is record-breaking for us. Not even close. We beat it by about 40%. And one thing that I really wanted to bring up on the show today, so everybody has a really clear understanding, is that those sales are shipped out the door. So let's say a big order comes in on the last day of the month, but we can't get it out the door. That counts only in the next month. Any fraud orders that come in, those don't count as well. Refunds don't count. So everybody understands the impact of that number. $2.2 million of orders actually shipped. And this doesn't include anything to do with Namaste MD clinics. This has nothing to do with the potential of Canmart and every other avenue we have, companies wanting to come on and be hardware partners with us, which everybody's going to be seeing a few of those coming up. You know, so I believe we're in an amazing space here. December, Christmas season, numbers are looking really great again. You know, we continuously improve our checkout processes, our artificial intelligence, our machine learning, and it's, you know, we're really excited at Namaste with all the opportunities. So as we said, and one of the pieces of feedback last week, we do want to keep this short. Everybody has you know, a lot of things to do, and we said that we want to keep this to 20 minutes. So the first 10 minutes, which we're at about right now, was a bit of insight, a bit more detail on, hey, here are our sales numbers, but really this is what our sales numbers mean. Being a great partner of ours, which I believe will make our company even better than it is. So let's move on to some questions. You know, I think that's always great, so that we hear what everybody wants to know. So so the first question here is, since you accept Bitcoin as payment, does Namaste have more cash on hand with increasing prices of the currency? Fantastic question. Corey and I have co-founded the company. When we started this 3+ years ago, we actually were taking Bitcoin. So I'm not one to be a big promoter, to do a press release on. We've been doing it for 3+ years over here. When I used to go to investor meetings about Namaste, I don't want to even say it was a joke at the time, but 3 years ago or 2+ years ago, when Bitcoin was trading at about 180, I would be, after a meeting, I'd say, hey, whatever you're not putting in Namaste, put in Bitcoins. And I personally have quite a few, and I follow the space really closely. But with that being said, the way we're set up with BitPay on Namaste is to convert that immediately. I'm sure our shareholders can appreciate we're not an FX company, we're not a money transfer company. We're here to execute on e-commerce. So as soon as that money comes in, immediately, and we take the cash, and the cash deposit comes into our bank account. But that was a great question. What's the app called? So it is Namaste MD. It's live on the Google Play Store in beta mode. And Apple Play, because we've been doing so many revisions. So on Google Play, it's really quick. Like when you want to make an update, you make the update to the software, and then we can push it live again. With Apple, it's a little bit different, where you need to go through a whole formal process every time you make big changes. So as a group, we went ahead, released that app the first day. We got tons of feedback, which is awesome. I'm super amazed where we're at with Namaste MD already. Like, the numbers are gonna be unbelievable, like, that's for sure. But let's get to the point where we can push these apps live, make a great press release about it, letting everybody know they're live. So right now, like I said, we're working hard, and people need to know and spread the word. This is free. They go, they meet the doctor. So sure, if there's a few things, a few hiccups along the checkout process, we're not charging, we're not asking for anything up front. It's just about getting this process down and working perfectly so that it could be an amazing customer experience. Like, the next question was, is the app on the Apple Store? I had answered that just now. Any update on the uplist? We can't really discuss that presently. One thing to point out is obviously our market cap now and the amount of trading going on. When is the next shareholders meeting? So that's actually as soon as we put our financials out, which will be the end of December. So we're about 2 weeks away. Then we're able to send our notices around, and it's 2 months after that. So we're looking at perhaps end of February, but chances are it'll be in March. So we're really, really excited for that. We're gonna actually have some big announcements in that circular. So everybody watching this, make us have to get a venue for our annual meeting this year. Let's all get together. Let's have a great time. Let's understand everything that we're focusing on, and it'll give me a chance to shake everyone's hand, which I'd love the opportunity to do. So as we get closer, let's take a few more questions so that we could get everything answered. So the question is, as Namaste MD is currently issuing prescriptions for other LPs, how does Namaste plan to deviate these clients back to Canmart once approved? Greetings from Antigua. Wow, that's awesome. So right now, obviously, there's a referral paid out, so nobody needs to worry. Namaste is benefiting from everything that we're doing, which, again, I'm not sure if everybody realizes, but yeah, that's a known fact. So we've looked at the correlation between how much a customer spends per year and how much we're paying for a consult. And rest assured, it's a surplus that we'll be receiving. I don't want to get into the numbers just yet. I don't want to be held to them. But hopefully by the end of December, I could actually give you numbers on how many customers are coming to our website, how many are clicking through to our app, how many apps have been downloaded so far, because that's very powerful for us as well. It creates a whole unique relationship with our purchasers, our customers, our patients, everything. And then let's see what their average spend is per month. If it's really verified, we believe that Namaste, once we get the Canmart facility going. And one important thing to note, which this just dawned on me the last week or two, really learning about the whole clinic space. I never dreamt that we'd have this clinic going, which is really, really exciting. But everybody thinks that the value is with the patients in the LP. But the patients and the relationship with the clinics are so important, and that's what we love about O-Cannabis, and Morgan and her team. They're amazing, and that's why I'm encouraging you to check out the app, to try it out through the website, so that you can see what I'm talking about. And then the way they stay in touch with the patients and carry them through the whole process, it's really, really unique. And believe it or not, that's where the value is, because the patients are speaking with the clinics on a monthly basis, making, hey, the prescription, is that enough? Is it too little? So being able to carry the whole process, we believe, is going to be amazing. And again, this is all revolutionary. No one's doing this in this space from start to finish the way we are. And I think people are starting to take notice. Exercised so far. There's so many warrants coming in the door every day. So the question is, how many warrants have been exercised so far? I really, I can't answer that, because I just don't know on a daily basis. But you could rest assured that in the press release where we accelerated them on Thursday, when they're being executed at 35 cents and we're trading at $1.20 plus, every person's going to execute them. We don't want to not help people execute their warrants. If they believed in us, they believed in the company, we want to make sure they get what they deserve. So for conservative purposes, use that as the number that we should fully be at in about a month's time. Now, the great thing to point out, and that notice around, the stock had been trading so well that we had already had a couple $1 million in executions. So no one needs to worry that everything's going to come in at the same time. Every single day here for the last, I'd say, 10 days, there's been a really great amount of warrants coming in and option executions and everything. So again, we're going to be in a phenomenal cash position. So besides being profitable here in the next few months, we're going to have many, more than enough funds to keep working on what we want to work. So we're really, really excited about that. How is the progress with Canmart? Are you still on schedule? Any setbacks? No setbacks at all. Everything's going phenomenal over there. I just got pictures of the renovation. Everything's going great. We're still hoping end of January, beginning of February, as far as a timeline. We're pushing hard all the way through the holidays. Everybody's only getting 2 days off, and everyone's aligned with Namaste. So we're really excited about that. So what would you say is your biggest competitive advantage to ensure people choose Namaste instead of a brick and mortar store? We know e-commerce. Take a look at Amazon. Take a look at Chewy.com. Take a look at all these major .coms that have a specialty and have a big selection, and not needing a geography to keep people confined to. So we believe we have a massive competitive edge there. We've now been in the industry longer than most people see. It was very hard to create the trust that we've created, and now we have the trust from consumers. We have hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of people in our database. New product comes out, Namaste is one of the first people to get it. So, and then now put in our marketplace full of cannabis. Unbelievable. Words can't describe how excited we are over here. When are your earnings for the quarter ending August? So as everybody knows, our year end, our audited financials are due the end of December. Due to exchange rules, we're able to take the last quarter, the first quarter, and push it back till the end of January. So you'll see the first quarter results end of January, and then you'll see our audited financials at the end of December. How long does it take to ship products after purchasing through the app? The app's not live yet, but once it is live, if you're in Toronto, it'll be same day service within 4 hours. Just imagine you're on namastevapes.ca. Hey, do you need a prescription? You go, through Namaste MD Clinic. You get your prescription, you're put back into CanMart as the recommendation, and then you come into CanMart because we have a selection from all the LPs, we have a selection from products all around the world, and then you place your order. So all of that could take as little as 15 minutes, and then you can have your delivery at your desk in Toronto within 4 hours, or your house, or anywhere. Anywhere else in Canada, if you order by 6 p.m., you could choose an option to have it delivered by 10 a.m. the next morning or noon the next day. You know, and then you get a vaporizer with that as well if you add that to your order. So what is Namaste doing as far as advertising, and what about doing some pop-up stores in some of the major centers to get Namaste name out there? Again, we're going to stick with online. It's a great idea with stores. We're blowing people away with our customer service. You know, over 3 years, we've developed an amazing reputation. So with this last question, and that's running really close here, actually, we're a little over 20 minutes. I'm going to take the last part of this question, or the first part, what is Namaste doing as far as advertising? When we started 3 years ago, we started with Google Ads, and then Google Ads decided that advertisements should no longer be allowed on the internet due to their stance and the federal regulations in the US. One of the reasons why we ended up leaving the US recently. So with all that being said, 2 years ago, David Hughes came up, you know, with a great strategy as far as SEO, marketing, or organic growth. We currently have over 30 people working in Europe, an unbelievable team. From, you know, the email that you saw today got created just this morning because I'm like, oh man, we got to get this going. We want people to know about the show right away. And you see, that's a quality email. Luke worked all day, you know, the whole done up for us and right out the door. That's the type of quality team we've got right now. And they're the ones who are helping the explosion in our revenue. We can't take any credit for anywhere other from other team members, sure, on the customer service, on the recurring, but really the growth in sales is all due to our organic searches. Nobody could take that away from us. So if you search, for example, Firefly Vaporizer, and then you're in UK or Australia or New Zealand, play around with it. There's a Google search tool, and you can pull it down, and you'd be able to put yourself in these countries and do some searches. I've always told people, I've been in .com for 17 plus years. If you do searches and you can't even find yourself in a search, how's a customer going to find you? And I think once you go ahead and start exploring on how many areas Namaste is appearing in, I think you'll be blown away and understand even more what we're doing. And it should get you even more excited when you start seeing our name everywhere. And I believe every person, from all the reviews I read and all the posts, the pride people take in owning Namaste and being part of this, it's felt all around. And you know, I just want to say thank you very much for that. And back to Ireland, Corey and I are actually heading out this evening in 4 hours from now. We have a direct flight to Dublin. And I thought it would be an awesome idea, and I don't want to overdo it. You know, even if you don't have time tomorrow to come on at noon Eastern, it'll give us time. We get into Ireland at 11. It's an hour and 20-minute drive. They're right on the Northern Ireland border in an area called Dundalk. PayPal has their offices there. You can do a search. eBay, I believe, used to have, and they've made a switch. And there's a few very large companies out of Dundalk, Ireland, and that's some of the talent that has come to work with Namaste in Ireland. And you know, so we're headed out there. And what we would love to do is, with Chad being on site with his team, is one, give a quick introduction so everybody could say hey. And then we'd like to actually go through a Namaste MD live presentation for everyone, kind of like we just did with Morgan on the screen. And I'm going to have to review it later just to see how it worked and if the flow through was good, how we switched screens. But the idea is that we basically show you guys a live presentation, show you if everything goes right, how quick it is, and I think everybody will be blown away. I could have done it today, but I think it's much more special being in Ireland, introducing you to a few people in the office over there, and yeah, you know, again, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in today. And again, please send feedback. It's all about feedback here. You won't hurt my feelings in any way. Please, I want to be as best as I can be for everybody who's taking the time out of their day. And we're just want to give you everything going on here. Countless amazing things to come. And again, thank you very much for coming. Namaste.